iPad is kind of a return to, I think, the sound that we're most known for. I like to think it's like elevated and sounds very 2022, but it kind of gives you that nostalgic Chainsmokers sound. And our fans definitely let us know that, which is just amazing to see, to put out something they're all like, yes, like we love when you guys do this. I was in a situation where I didn't feel like I had anybody to talk to about how I was feeling. One with the person that I was in this relationship with, and my friends, because they were tired of hearing about it. And I wrote this song as kind of therapy. I go through your iPad looking for something that I used to have. Guess I finally lost my mind. I wish that I could take my number back, go back to the place we met and start this up a second time. You know, I'm going through your iPad looking to see if you're talking to somebody else the way that we used to talk. So it's kind of at this point where you kind of maybe both recognize that, you know, it's not working. A lot of the song is remembering how much weight, you know, a certain situation can have at one point, and then, you know, a year later, you don't even know them anymore. You don't know what they're doing. You don't feel anything. And they're a stranger again. You're living in a past life, 25. All your friends are verified, acting like the first in line. I'm looking at your life through cellophane, hoping things would stay the same. I was always by your side. In LA, you see a lot of people get like lost in the sauce. This is a really fun place. And if you don't take the whole thing personally, you can really enjoy, you know, going out and having a superficially fun time. And there are great people here too. But, you know, there's a lot of, you know, people that are just, you know, they're obsessed with being famous. And I guess in this case, you're like, oh, I see you're hanging out with like kind of that superficial scene, and I really know who you are. And, but you're kind of like lost in that now, I see. And isn't it strange how we're strangers again? Isn't it strange how we're strangers again? Yeah, the line, isn't it strange that we're strangers again, is just a fun thing that you'd probably like see on some Tumblr page or whatever. What it stands for, I think, is just a really compelling concept to write a song around. So when we had that first line, I was like, this is the one I'm going to use that line for. You were just a downtown socialite, a ship I pass on summer nights, a shadow that I can't define, turned into a gaslight, kerosene, love that felt like 17, hurt me till I feel alive. A ship I pass on summer nights, you know, comes from the expression two ships passing in the night, you know, people that you just, you have a few words with, but you don't actually know. And also has, you know, ship, like relationship in there too. There's a little more to grab onto, I guess. And that turned into a gaslight, kerosene, love that felt like 17, hurt me till I feel alive. So we went from this person of like, yeah, like I don't really like, I know what your deal is, to like, holy shit, like this, it's turned to something super heavy. I wonder who your friends are, where you go, who you know now. Do you play the same cards? Swear to God, do you call him? This gets a little bit more literal after kind of the metaphorical bit before this. Swear to God, do you call him? And that refers to the first line of, I'm looking for something that I used to have. Like, are you now do you like see that person that, you know, I was worried about, you know? Isn't it strange how we're strangers again? Now both of us know we were better as friends. When it all falls apart, sometimes you let go just to know where to start. I like, you know, the bridge of this song because there's so much tension in the first and second verse, and I kind of seem like I'm pissed off, and but I don't want to end the song like that, you know. And that's not the emotion of this album. It's more of being like accepting the way things are and looking at, you know, everything happened for a reason, and, you know, and I'm not upset, you know. We were better as friends, and I had to let go so I knew how to start over. It's strange, you know, looking back on, like, you know, how intense this relationship was at one point and how much it weighed on both of us. And now I don't know what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, but I hope you're good.